Hello, buddy. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's subject is not on trial. Not on trial. So, for some of you that are watching videos for the first time, you can go to roberthollis.com/free and get a digital copy of my best selling book on Amazon. How is that working? Rat Race to Freedom. And in essence, it's just my story from nothing to something. So, hey, Bill, how are you? Master of the Mundane, correct. Hey, Craig. Hey, Paul, how are you? Hi, Kai, how are you doing? Hey, John, nice to see you on here. Peter, great to have you. Hi, Mary, great to have you on here. I am. Hi, Melody, love you, appreciate you, and hope your guys' year is starting to click on. Hi, Jim, how are you? Appreciate you being on here. This is going to be a passionate video for me. Okay, let's see, we're 1 minute after, so we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, author. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's title is Not on Trial. Not on Trial. So the very first thing I want to say to each and every one of you is I don't know why I'm going to say this about me, not you, but I think that some of you watching this live or recorded is going to resonate with this. I have no idea why I would listen to somebody that wasn't an expert. It's like we live in a day where everyone's got an opinion, everyone's got a story. People can just say what they think, but they're not experts, nor have they even gotten a story in what they're doing. And let me start off by saying this, it's like, it's crazy how divided the world is. So you can now virtually bring up any subject and people will opine or have an opinion, and we listen. We listen. No one anymore ever goes, hey, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? So, I could go on so many subjects here. People that would say having children is not a good idea versus people that say it is. Married. People that say marriage is awesome versus people that don't. We always seem to get opinions because we have none. Now listen closely. If we don't have our personal belief or our personal thoughts about something, then that allows us not to have a fight, not to have a opinion or a stand in that fight. So then it allows us to be very easily influenced by somebody else. So there's a group of people that say, hey, you know what? You can't make money online. And other people are like, oh, yeah, you can. But then there's another group. I am making money online. So, question to every one of you, and I know this is common sense stuff, but if you could literally check your mind and your spirit and your heart and weigh every decision that you make by whether or not the person is an expert. I love bringing up this all the time. It's like, let's just say, for instance, this is going to be a funny story. Let's say, for instance, that I was subpoenaed to go to court, right? And let's say that it just happens to be on marketing. See, there's even people out there that have their own opinions on marketing, affiliate marketing, network marketing, multi-level marketing, pyramid marketing. Oh my God, let me come up with my own thoughts of what marketing is. Worse yet, no, people actually say what they heard from other people that are not experts. So this has got to be one of my biggest pet peeves on the planet. It's not only that people don't believe in their ability to do something, but they don't believe in what they're doing. Did you hear the difference? They don't believe in what they're doing. And they don't believe that they can do it. That sucks. That sucks. Why? Because of two reasons. They listen to people that are not experts and not documented, and they listen to themselves. They listen to the little voices in their head. I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. Do you really think this is true? So going back to the court thing, right? So we call a witness, Robert Hollis to the stand. Okay, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? I do. All right. So do you guys realize that in questioning, you have what is called cross-examination? So you have a person that would say, hey, Robert, if you can tell me a little bit about your background. Okay. What makes you an expert? I've been doing this for 36 years. I've made, over 56 million, 58 really. I've helped 66 people achieve over $1 million in commissions. I've had organizations of over 758,000. All my networks combined is over 2 million. I've had 2.2 million customers. 2.2 million customers. I've been at the top of 7 different companies. I've consistently generated over $1 million a year. I wrote a book on my rags to riches story. Oh, out of the 66 that made $1 million a year, 9 of them own their own network marketing company, and the best one did billions in sales. I think their top year was 850 million. I guess that would make me an expert. Now, why would the person that's questioning me want me to share with the jury, the judge, and the people that are on the audience or watching in TV? Why would they want me to be an expert? See, they'd want to ask me those questions because they want the jury to sit back and go, damn, this guy must know what he's talking about. And I'm not saying that to brag or boast. In fact, I tell people that I'm getting a little bit of a, they're going back and forth. I guess we would call that a peeing contest or whatever you want to call it. And I go, listen, dude, I'm not trying to brag here, but can you go to Google and just type in my name? Go to Google and just put in Robert Hollis. And then when you put in Robert Hollis, I would really, really like you to click on, images and click on videos. I think the last time I looked on videos, it was like 300,000 videos. And I'm going, yeah, I've been doing this, for a long, long time. When you think of 36 years, I've been doing this over half of my life. And so now with that done, right? So the documentation's there. Now they started asking me all these questions. Well, what we're going to ask you about today, Robert, is specifically, what do you know about marketing? So we're talking today about, whether or not marketing works, network marketing, affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing. There's all these names, right? Pyramid marketing, So first of all, how long has this industry been going? Well, they go back, the first marketing was done 154 years ago. It was by a company called Watkins. And they today sell spices and, meat rubs and all kinds of stuff. You can go to their website. They're in the 1800s, so 154 years ago. People still to this day, listen to it, people still to this day can go to all these stores all over the world and buy Watkins products. But you can go to their website. And what you can do is sign up with their company, purchase the products at wholesale, and sell them at retail. So the industry's 154 years old. One of the big giants, 63 years old. Amway, does over $8.9 billion a year. So this industry is larger than the NFL. It's larger than the movie industry. It's larger than the gaming industry. And millions of people are affiliates or independent business owners or independent contractors, distributors, representatives. And they can basically sign up with virtually thousands and thousands of companies that will allow you to be able to buy directly from them at wholesale. You don't have to go to Costco. You don't have to go to Target. You don't have to go to Walmart. You could actually buy these products. They'll drop ship them right to your house. Now get this, some people choose to buy them at a wholesale and then sell them at retail. And so they have what is called this middle person profit, right? You buy this product at $1, you sell it at $2. If you guys ever watch Shark Tank, it should be a requirement. It's like, okay, so what are you buying the product landed? This is what, how much does it cost to make it? How much does the packaging cost? What does it cost landed? And what are you charging for it? That middle person profit. What's your profit, on what you do? Which, Jim Rohn, nice phrase, I'd rather work for profits than wages, okay? So, industry, 154 years old, thousands of companies doing it. The top companies make billions a year, and been in business forever. Okay, Robert. Wow, I didn't know it was that successful. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, Robert. Another question. All right, go ahead. There's this phrase out there that says that only the people at the top make money. But before you go there, do people make money in this industry? Yes. It's not on trial. People make a fortune. A majority of the people, like at their job, like at school, like in athletics, a majority of the people on the planet do just virtually as little as possible. So because they do as little as possible, they make not a lot of money. So a lot of people that get into this company, first of all, just want to buy a great quality product on wholesale. That's the majority of the people. Same reason people got a Costco card. Why would you have a Costco card? Why? Well, because I save money with the Costco card. Okay, great. So you can buy your products at wholesale. Some people actually retail the product from wholesale to retail. But with technology today, people very simply can send somebody their link, their affiliate link. We choose to call our people affiliates. And so you can send them your affiliate link and they very simply can click on it. They can purchase it, get a 60-day money back guarantee, have it delivered directly to their home. And they don't have to go to Walmart, Target, or Costco, or some other store. You get drop shipped right to their house like it's coming from Amazon. Oh, by the way, Amazon has an affiliate program. No, stop there, Robert. Well, we'll come to that in a minute. Okay. Continue with the questioning. All right. So people make a lot of money. A lot of people make a lot of money. In fact, the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, and even some companies that deal with the Securities Exchange and attorney generals, they have right on their website what is called an income disclosure statement. And the income disclosure statement states exactly the people that are making money. Now, what a lot of people do is a lot of people will look at the average. So if they look at the average, then that would be, what does an average football player make? Well, an average football player is not a professional, so they're not even a professional. They get paid nothing. Well, what's an average baseball player get paid? Professional? Yeah, professional. $50,000 to $100,000. They have, an average of a 3 to 5 year career. The average. Okay, Robert, so people make money. Yeah, and some make millions. So if you looked at an income disclosure of any company that will put it up there, a lot of companies won't even put it up there. That shows how long term they're thinking. They're not going to be around long. So if I was an expert and I was telling people, listen, can I check out your income disclosure statement? And the person just says, hey, listen, we don't have one. Okay, that'll be another question. Okay, so first of all, people make money. Some people make money. Some people make a lot of money. Some people make a full-time income and do this full-time income. And then some people make millions doing this. Some people make millions doing this. So my question to you is, if you're going to do this, you got the choice of making nothing, making enough to cover your product purchase so you get that for free, including shipping and tax, or you could actually be in profit. That's totally up to you. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Now I got some other things to share with you. Go ahead. Got any questions for me? Well, I heard the people at the top make all the money. Again, that's some opinion and thoughts of people that are not an expert. That is not true in this industry. Well, explain to me why it's not true. Well, a person could get involved in any company, even Watkins or Amway or even My Daily Choice. And a person gets involved in the company, and from the day that they start, it starts with them, and they get paid on the organization below them. So there's people, just like in real estate, just like in any industry, that they become the top athletes, they become the top singer, they become the top actor. Because in this industry, if you get in this business today and do what I share with you that's made me millions of dollars, and you work smart, duplicatable, and you put more people front level to you than me, and you build a larger organization than me, you'll make more than me. So it's not true that the people at the top make all the money. And it's also not true that the person that got in first makes all the money. Listen to this stupid theory. People are out there, well, if I would have got in at the beginning, then I would have made all the money. That is the most ignorant statement ever. There's a lot of people that are ignorant in talking about this industry because they're not experts, right? So if you get involved in a company, the day it started, your rep number's number one. And you never share your affiliate link with anybody. Ever! You would be in this company for 8 years and not made any money. If you have no customers and you have no group or affiliates underneath you, you make no money. So when people go, well, you got to get in first to make money, that's you listening to someone that's not an expert. That is not a true statement in any fashion whatsoever. So the same with people at the top. So the people could watch this video right now. You get in, you share your affiliate link faster and quicker, and you could possibly, better than the lottery, find some people in your organization that are better than mine in my organization. And you can out-earn me. There's nothing that I can do to stop you from out-earning me. Every company that I've been involved in 36 years has this same statement. And listen to this, because this is a true statement. The people that are going to be the top money earners in My Daily Choice they've never been involved in marketing before. They've never been involved with any company. Is that crazy? Because every person that's made millions of dollars in this industry at one day did know nothing about this business. Nothing about marketing, nothing about marketing online. They knew nothing about it. And they sure didn't understand companies that would keep track of them, right? So you got these people that are like, well, I heard this, I heard this, I heard this, I heard this. Why would you listen to someone that's not an expert? So I'll give you a great analogy, and you guys can get this really good. There's some people on the planet right now that actually believe a certain brand of car is better than other cars, right? So they say, I'm a Chevy lover. Isn't Chevy owned by General Motors? I'm a Chevy lover. I love Chevys. Why? Well, because they're better than Fords and better than Chryslers. Really? Because I talked to a Ford person at a car show, and he was a Ford person, and he told me that Fords are better than Chevys. Well, he's wrong. Why is he wrong? Well, because Chevys are better. Oh my God. Then I talked to another guy, and he goes, you got to buy a Chrysler. I mean, you got to buy a Chrysler. Dodge. You gotta. Why? Well, they're way better than Ford and Chevy. Says who? Says me. Why are you the expert? I just know. I just know. Really. Oh my God, this is so confusing. I'd love to buy the number one best car, but this guy says Chevys are the best. This guy says Fords are the best. This guy says Chryslers are the best. And this person raises their hands and says, hey, listen. What? Toyota. What about Toyota? Toyota's better. Why would you say that? Well, they're in Chrysler. I mean, they're in NASCAR. Chrysler's not in NASCAR anymore. So Toyota's better. What makes you an expert that Toyota's better? I just think they're better. There's data out there that say they're better. Where's the data? So, just like people that are Chevy, Ford, Chrysler, Toyota lovers, or Tesla lovers, that's why I wanted to bring up this example. So there's people right now with the cold weather. Oh my God, I would never want to own a Tesla. And they're listening to all these idiots that are not experts. And some of them have talked to me. Hey, well, how much does it cost to replace your battery? We've had the car for 2 years. You don't replace the battery. Yeah, but what if you run out and the battery runs out? Do you have a cell phone? I do. You ever plug it in? I do. When's the last time that your phone went dead? I can't remember. Same with the car. We got to plug in. We plug it in. Get up in the morning, unplug it. It's ready for the day. Yeah, but what if you got stuck in a blizzard with it? If you got stuck in a blizzard with it, the battery with the electric motor would last you about 36 hours. So, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Other cars run on gas. And everyone's mad at that electric car. But do you guys know that gas cars, diesel cars, the hot air blows on you with an electric fan? What is wrong with you? Yeah, I didn't hear good things about Teslas. So, I just, why wouldn't you talk to someone that owns one? Because the story that I heard today is why I'm bringing this up. So, been raining really hard in San Francisco. A family of 4. They still don't know what happened. The Tesla goes off a cliff. 250 feet. In fact, the person on the news said 300 feet. So all of a sudden, someone sees a Tesla 300. I mean, let's do 250. I never even thought about that. So we put 250. I already know the answer. Divided by 10. 25 stories high. Woo! So someone says, I seen the Tesla down there. They go down there. They're going to see, who's in the car. All four people. The mother, the father, and the two kids. They're all alive. And here's the word that the fire department and the rescue department said. 4 people alive after that kind of drop? Miracle. Miracle. That's their words, not my words. Miracle. They don't say that it's the safest car, because according to all the experts that smashed the cars, they said that the 5-star rating is really not fair for a Tesla. Because if they rated every other car based on the way that they would do Tesla, there needs to be another star. Is that crazy? So some people would want it for mileage, some people would want it for speed, some people want it for style. Believe it or not, there's still some people that I know that go, yeah, but I don't hear the motor. I like to hear the motor. See, it doesn't make a difference if it's quicker, it's faster, it handles better. None of that makes a difference. I just want to throw Teslas under the bus because I got a bad opinion. So now with that said, could you guys please stop listening to people that are not an expert? In fact, what you could say to them is, what makes you an expert? What makes you an expert? So you got these people out there. My son told me this. There's a group of people on Reddit. There's channels on YouTube. There's podcasts on network marketer haters. And I'm like, well, there's 2 different beliefs about which party you should be in. There's 2 kinds of belief on whether or not a person should be an entrepreneur. There's a few beliefs on if you should be married or not. There's a few beliefs whether or not you should have children or not. Wow, there's a lot of beliefs about beliefs. A lot of people, I talked about Chevy and Ford and Chrysler and Toyota. There's like 100,000 registered religions. 100,000 registered religions in America to get a nonprofit status so you don't have to pay taxes. What religion's better? What makes those people an expert? So one belief believes this, one belief believes this. What's my point? My point is, if you're going to do something, find an expert. Look for an expert. Listen to an expert. And here's where I'll close this video that's probably going to be very controversial. A person that's an expert for years, consistently, builds this business different than a non-expert. See, I like people like John Force, 15-time world champion. If I was going to get into racing, drag racing, I'd probably listen to John Force. Well, things can't be duplicated. Yeah, I know you're right. It's people that drive other cars for him, the top fuel cars. They've won world championships. His daughters have won world championships. In fact, Brittany Force won the world championship last year. Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that someone would have enough expert knowledge not only to be a 15-time world champion, but then he could pass that down to his children and they could be world champions? Yeah, in fact, one of the people is his son-in-law, and his son-in-law is a world champion. Wow. Like the Mannings, so the father played football. Then it's both his sons won a Super Bowl. Both his sons became an MVP. Yeah, that kind of thing. So there are experts in the world. And if you're not learning directly from the expert, then you might have problems. Things might not be working right. And here's the craziest thing: people not only find an expert, and then they don't like what they say. So when an expert says, well, listen, I've been doing this for 36 years. I don't know any other way of doing it. So I would suggest to you to ask people for documentation of people that they help get to a full-time income. With that said, this is what I should do. This is what you should do. And then people go, no, I ain't listening to you. I'll listen to somebody that's not an expert because they're a little more exciting than you. And I can buy a course from them, and I can go to some of their seminars, and then I'll become successful. Whatever. But you need to stop listening to people that have an opinion just because they have an opinion. Because haven't you noticed this in closing? Don't you find it interesting that people that preach about what they believe is really the true solution and the truth in the world, they have data to back their beliefs. So whenever an election comes around, you got one group that's blaming everything on the other side, one group that's blaming everything on the other side. And they always seem to skew the numbers. They always seem to say, hey, did you know this? Did you know this? Did you know this about this person? Did you know underneath these people that this happens? Did you know this happens under these people? Every one of them want you and your money. So if they have facts and figures that you don't know, then they might sound like a expert. Oh my God, I never thought about that. People that don't get in at the beginning are the only ones that make money? I didn't know that. Why didn't someone tell me that? I guess I'll quit. I'll find a company where I can get in from there starting at the beginning. Oh, by the way, did you know that only the people at the top make the money? Are you serious? Are you serious? And here's the last one. What about saturation? Everyone is marketing that. What about saturation? Oh my God, everyone. How many people are marketing travel? How many people are marketing CBD? How many people are marketing weight loss? Nutritional products. Oh my God, saturation. Everyone's doing that. Everybody has a TV. In fact, most people have more than one TV. So if everyone has a TV or more than one TV, why are they always selling TVs? We just had Black Friday. We just had Cyber Monday. Why are they always selling TVs if everyone's already got one, two, or three of them? Upgrade. So see, there are some people that are better marketers than other people. So when people say, well, there can't be a market for this because, this is sold on Amazon and it's sold for a cheaper price, that doesn't make you a marketer. You just told me that you found a product that has equal what you believe. Oh, by the way, what makes you an expert? So the formulation's better and you think that the ingredients, so it's cheaper? Can I ask you a simple question? Sure. How much money have you sold? How much money have you made promoting that product? Oh, I don't sell the product. I'm not a salesperson. Well, what's the use of doing research and finding a cheaper product or even a better product and not sharing it with the world? That doesn't make any sense. Why do you do that? Oh, you're a know-it-all. You're just one of those people that want to know it all. So again, you can't educate a know-it-all. So why don't you ever talk to a person that's an expert in anything that you're doing? I advise that you do, and I advise that you stop listening to people that are not. I love and appreciate you. This industry is not on trial. The way we market is not on trial. MDC is not on trial. My Daily Choice. The products and the brands within the brand are not on trial. The compensation plan's not on trial. The marketing's not on trial. If people are doing what Josh and Jenna tell them to do, and they're making money every week, and there's a lot of people in this company that are making more money here than they've made in other companies or in other jobs, yeah, company's not on trial. Josh and Jenna's not on trial. You're on trial. So people ask me all the time, Robert, I'm thinking about getting in this industry, and, what company would you suggest that I go with? I don't know. Why don't you listen to someone that's not an expert? Why would I do that? Well, you won't listen to me. I picked MDC for a reason. My 36 years of expertise tells me that MDC, with the momentum, the comp plan, the marketing, the free app, allowing people to get in for free and actually get a payday. There's even people out there that argue that I'd never do free. I'd never do free. That's stupid. If people don't pay money to get in, forget it. And I go, really? Have you heard of Amazon? Yeah, I've heard of Amazon. You can become a free person or get a free account for free, 12 months. Never got a call from Jeff Bezos, didn't get a call from anybody from Amazon. Went to buy something, this little pop-up comes up. Says, listen, would you like to get an Amazon Prime? You not only get discounts in shipping, sometimes free shipping, but you also get it quicker. Plus you can get movies and music and all kinds of stuff with Amazon Prime. I'm going like, okay. So I paid $14.99, to become a Prime member. They have 200 members. 200 million members on Amazon Prime worldwide. That's $4 billion a month. $4 billion a month. $48 billion a year. Yeah, the free model doesn't work. So please, I know you could either ignore it, but please, when someone's giving you their opinion, why don't you just say, listen, what makes you an expert? And if you're not controversial, just say, hey, I really appreciate your feedback, but right now, I'm learning from someone that's not afraid to show me what they're making. So I got a guy right now that brand new, he's never been in this industry. And he goes, people say, I shouldn't market that way. I don't know who you're learning from, but you shouldn't market like that. That ain't the way you should market. And the guy sends me the voicemails. This person said, whoever's teaching me is teaching me the wrong way. I'm like, why are you listening to him? Well, I don't know. Do you know how much they make? Do you know how many people they help get to a full-time income? No. But you listen to them. Yeah, but nothing. You either believe in what you're doing, you believe in this industry, you believe in the company that you're with because other people that are experts are doing well, doing really well, or you don't. So if you don't believe in what we do, and you don't believe that you can do it, how in the hell can you build a group? How can you get people to follow you when you're not a believer? So I believe in you, even though I don't know you. I love and appreciate you. Please do me a huge favor and share this video with people that are experts. Opinionators? That might be a new Robertism. Is there such word as opinionators? These guys, people are opinionators. You know what I mean? They're the furthest that they can get from non-expert. You know what I mean? They're lower than an amateur. Why? Because they just make stuff up. They just make stuff up. Oh, I've been involved in that company. That doesn't work. No, you don't work. You don't follow instructions. I'm done. So I love and appreciate you guys so much. Do me a huge favor, share this video. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. You have the right, and you are created to create a large group of people that are satisfied, loyal affiliates, that are purchasing products, quality services, and all of us together can work together to supplement each other's income so we can get a true lifestyle and true freedom in our lives. So get those non-experts in front of this video, and a challenge to you experts. How in the hell can you tell people that this business doesn't work when you look at my story? Yeah, that's like looking at Tom Brady and saying, I don't believe in football. I don't think the kids should play football. Football doesn't work. So last night they canceled a game. I think probably first time in history. Because a person had a cardiac arrest right on Monday night or whatever. Yeah, it was Monday Night Football. Praying for him and his family. Had to, resuscitate him right on the field and take him to the hospital. Oh my God. Football is so dangerous. Football's, not good for people. Football is good for people. The people that believe in it, the people that are doing it. What right do you have to an opinion of whether or not someone should do something or not? Don't even get me started there. Because everyone's journey is different. Allow them to take their journey. But most people continue to listen to dream stillers. Non-experts, worse than amateurs, that would rather just dump on you than have you succeed. Anyway, love and appreciate you. See you on the next video. Bye for now.